September 6th, 17th. No wonder. I was emotional yesterday when I got home. Like at the end of the day, I was like, why am I so emotional? I was starting my period in 3 days. I was like, okay, that's why. I'm recording only because I didn't think I dreamt, but then I remembered the dream, or part of it. It was, I was changing jobs. I was going from presenting the Project Survive stuff, but I was moving to become like a helper, a different type of helper. But I didn't go to bed thinking about my ex's family at all. Like I didn't go to bed thinking about that. And so yeah, it's just so weird. I dreamt of my mother-in-law. But anyways, okay, so I don't remember what scene was first, but the person that I had an affair with and his wife were there too. I was at their house. I don't know why I was there. The feeling was that I needed to deliver a message. I needed to deliver a message because she didn't know. I could see her inside working. She works from home. And her husband was outside. I don't remember if he wanted me to do something. That part I don't remember. And there was something that he either wanted me to do something or go. I just vaguely remember doing this. like and that's all I remember. So either he's wanting me to disappear, he's grabbing me to do something. I don't remember. I completely forgot about that dream, so I'm trying to remember. But it was something. I just remember doing this. So I don't know if he tried to grab me. And I remember saying, just tell her that I've had dreams about her. Something like that. Just deliver the message type of thing. Tell her I've had dreams about her. And I'm walking away, but then somehow I'm inside the house. Like I started off being outside, and then I'm walking away, but then I have to go inside the house somehow. And there's it almost feels like there's people, these chismosas. That's the feeling that I got from them. These older women, they're chismosas. The feeling was that they were chismosas. It's chismosas in English. I don't know. Gossipers. And they were going to say something that didn't happen. And I confronted them about it, and I was like, that I didn't do anything. And like I was comfortable with the confrontation that I don't know how or why I thought I had this power, but I'm like, give me your license plate information, give me your, like, because I, like there was just this knowing, like I know like how to file for something, like because they were raising false allegations or something like that towards me. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? But it had to do with them, like if I, like they were gonna tell her that I did something with her husband. I was like, I didn't, like, and that's when I asked for their contact information, because I knew how to defend myself. That was the feeling, like I knew how to defend myself, and I wasn't afraid of the confrontation. And so because they were going to raise false, like lies about why I was there, or I don't know if they had seen him try to like rob. I don't know what it was. I just remember thinking like I didn't do anything. I just came to deliver a message. So from that scene, it blended into the scene with my ex's family, his mom, where I switched a caregiving type of role. There was a scene with my dad. There was a caregiving role. That's one of the themes, is a caregiving. She's a child care provider. His wife. So there's a caregiving role, there's a caregiving theme. Caretaker. That's the theme. All of those scenes, even though with my dad and his wife, the caretaker. My ex's mom, that's what she does. She works with older adults, and she takes care of them. So in that scene, I'm starting to work with her. As a caretaker. Or like an assistant, not like an actual caretaker, but like I'm supporting her. There's this help, like I am and I'm not. Like there's this feeling of like I'm making sure that things are going in order. like she had her own business almost as a caregiver, and so there's like, there's it's interesting because it's the feeling when I was with her is this taking care of feeling. And but then I'm in the bedroom, there was a feeling of like she hadn't known about the affair, and there was like there was some symbolism, and the symbolism is about speaking the truth. The symbolism is about sharing a little bit of information about the truth. So she doesn't know about the affair, maybe? I don't know. I don't talk to her anymore. But in that particular scene, I see dogs, so there's more caretaking. I see Max. We used to, my ex's brother had a dog. And somehow I thought it was the whole family's dog. It was a German Shepherd. And it was a German Shepherd. But his brother kind of took over of the caregiving role. Like he always had this caregiving, like, it's my dog, it's my, You know, he does that with his girls. Like, he's very much like the one that's attentive to their needs, right? And his wife is more like, they'll survive. Like, they just scrape their knee. They'll survive. But he was always more like, what's wrong, what's wrong? You know, he was the one that, like, did more of the, like, when they were babies, like, he fed them, and it was just, there was a similar, like, role reversal when it came to the upbringing of the kids. And I remember he was almost like overprotective, too overprotective of the girls. And, but anyways, so with the dog, with Max, after he got married and moved out, they didn't take Max with him. And my ex and I weren't married then. And so, poor Max, like, I mean, he's a German Shepherd. He's not, he needs to be out and taken for walks, and he wasn't. He was there, like a lot of big dogs, right, that are cooped up at the house, like that's really not a place for those types of dogs. Those types of dogs need to run free. Big, you know, ranch dogs. But when we got married, that first year when we moved in with his mom, Max started getting sick, and I was getting upset because they weren't taking him in, like, they weren't attentive to his needs. And I remember being upset because I started seeing some symptoms, and I'm like, something's wrong with him, something's wrong with him. And it finally got to the point where I'm like, and I kind of was very controlling, and I, because no one would listen, right? And so I told my ex, I'm like, put him in the car, we're gonna take him to because he was too big for me to carry. So I'm like, oh no, I think I even said, I'm gonna put him in the car. Like, that's how upset I was that they weren't listening to me. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna put him in the car, and I don't care what you say. And I think that's when they helped me. And my ex finally said, okay. Sure enough, like, we had to put him down because he had his heart was super inflamed and his stomach had turned, and that's why he was like it was just so, like, it was chronic, like this compounding. And I was so pissed off. And I'm like, dogs are like children. Like, you're supposed to, you know, have health insurance for them. You're supposed to, like, take them in for checkups, and they never did. I was so pissed off. And we had to put him down. So Max was in my dream. And in the dream, I'm with his mom in this bedroom. And there's this feeling of, like, she doesn't know about the affair yet. And it's like almost like she's getting nuggets of it. I don't know how, but she's getting nuggets of it. And I'm on this bed, and Max comes in, and he just wants me. In this dream, he wants to lay with me on the bed, and he's just, I'm so happy to see Max. And I'm like, just, you know, like, caressing him, and he just wants to be with me. That was the feeling, that he just wanted to be with me. It was good to see him and to, like, pet him. That was nice. And so I get up because I realize this is not my bedroom, and he sheds. He has to shed. I'm like, come on, Max, get him off the bed. And I turn, and I see that they have 2 or 3 other dogs, and I get worried because I see how they're cooped up, and it breaks my heart again. It breaks my heart that they're not attentive to their needs. So it breaks my heart to see them. And I'm just like, really? Like, 3? 3 dogs that you're not attending to. It was 3. I think it was 3. And it just broke my heart, and I just shook my head. I'm like, okay, it's not my place, right? It's not my house. And so that happened, and I'm walking out. There's a scene with my dad too. What's that scene about? But it was a similar, like, caregiving feel. It's like caregiving feel. Taking care of someone else feel. And my dad and his wife, who takes care of him, is there. And he's sad. My dad's sad. I think my sister, I think, is there. I don't know. But the whole, the connection of each scene was this caregiving a theme, caring for someone else, caretaker, daycare provider, the, attending to the animal's needs. Yeah, that's interesting, that theme. I don't know why it came up. I mean, I didn't think about them yesterday. Maybe it's just something I need to talk about. The caregiving, taking care, like making sure, you attend to, if you're in a caregiving role. And the only difference, there was this range of it too, because it's like, my ex-friend, like, she's a really great, like, mother, like, caretaker. Like, I mean, she's a daycare provider. Like, she has that in her. It's just this natural motherly feel. And with my dad and his wife, it was almost like degrees of intensity. Like, she's on top of it. Like, she's on top of, my dad's needs. But then there's my mother-in-law, and there's almost this feeling of, like, she tries her best. She tries her best when it comes to, because she also works with adults, to like the in-home support services type of thing, where she goes into the home and helps with, like, daily, the what is it, basic, like, ADLs, activities of daily living, and she tries her best. But then when it comes to the pets, like, I'm like, they shouldn't have pets. Because it's not. It's wild that Max was there. It was good to see him. Really good to see him. But it's like, there's not complete neglect, but it wasn't, I mean, compared to the abilities of the other two, that's, like, on the lower end in terms of abilities, right? Ranges of it, ranges of intensity, of how well you do what you do. But it was just, I remember just seeing those, oh, really? 3 more dogs? Really? After what happened to Max, I'm just like, Scruffy, when we had Scruffy, he was the one that taught me so much compassion, because I wasn't very nurturing. It was not very nurturing. It's like I started off being more nurturing when he was little. Then we all had to work, and I felt so horrible, like, leaving him home. And then we moved around so much, so then my Scruffy ended up being, shared in our family. So he became, like, the family dog, because he stayed with my sister, he stayed with my brother. He became a family dog because we moved around so much. And towards the end of his life, like, I mean, he was an old dog. He was old. He had liver conditions or something with his liver. He couldn't break down protein, so he couldn't eat a lot of protein. But then that affected how much fat and weight like he gained. So he lost a lot of weight because he wasn't eating, and he just wanted to be held. He just wanted to be touched. And it was so hard for me because I wasn't very nurturing then. Like, it just wasn't. It was really hard for me to tap into that side of myself. He was the one that taught me a lot about compassion. Gosh, caregiving is a theme. I don't know why, but alright, I need to get ready for work.
Hey you, my name is Yubi and I use she, they pronouns, and you've just finished watching a clip from my video diary entries where I'm documenting my healing journey as I learn how to navigate my spiritual awakening. I have learned that this experience and process is unique to each and every one of us in whatever way we are embracing living our truth. This just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of formal mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself as these experiences unfold, and really inviting you along for the ride. Please know that there is a time gap between when these videos post and my real timeline, and also that these clips build upon each other similar to chapters in a book. So if you find yourself lost or confused, feel free to click on the playlist section or the link below, where you can jump around, check out the other chapters, and or catch up. Also, please know that you're more than welcome to check out my website, www.youbecominghealed.com, where I've gathered all of this information, my background, experience, and education to create online self-paced courses to help you on your healing journey wherever you are. You're also more than welcome to check out my other YouTube channel at You Becoming Healed, where I've entertained a podcast, including clips from these courses so that I can make this content accessible to more and more people. Please click like, subscribe, and share this content so again it reaches more people, with the hopes that other people will resonate and connect with the healing journey and the stories shared so that they don't feel alone in their own process. I thank you in advance. I'm grateful to you, and I wish you well.